which is energy and air.
Yep. So we're protecting with this system, this multi-layered system, we are protecting the insulating qualities of this roof to maintain that R30, okay, which we call a long-term thermal resistance. However, with a foam roof that's exposed, of course, all they did was put a little coating on top. And of course the sun's, it degrades it and quickly. So within 5 years out, that coating is degraded, the UV is now penetrating. Bottom line is it's emitting the gases, which now is reducing its ability to, its emissivity capabilities of stopping heat or any energy from passing through.
Which is energy and air conditioners as well. That's what it's designed to do. That's what the whole package is. Now, you can still get that effect by just using, if they have their foam on the roof and you're putting DensDeck, you still have the reflectivity.
We still
do a great job.
Absolutely. So I mean, if we're looking at now, we can always go right over the top of the foam, and then especially folks, one option would be let's utilize your existing foam roof and do your windows, and we'll do the layer of the TPO membrane.
DensDeck.
DensDeck.
So much, Glenn. Have a great day.
Thanks, man. So this is DensDeck. This is what stops the roof from burning.
Yep. Yes.
Bottom line. That's why this is put on there, is that it won't burn. So when embers, the house next door is shooting embers and landing on top of the roof, it won't. These are rated.
Was it 15 minutes? 30 minutes?
I don't even know what actually. It's going to be a Class A.
Yeah, it's Class A.
I think Class A has to be like 30, or no, maybe even.
Bottom line is, before this burns, the side of your house is going to be blown up.
Yeah.
Okay.
The roof's going to be sitting on the ground.
This won't burn.
Intact.
Okay. Which literally is what you've seen in the Oakland fire. Remember the roofs, those Class A rated roofs, and even stucco houses. I'll never forget one picture that they had of a concrete. It was all stucco, a tile roof, and all of a sudden the wood finally around the windows started burning, and all of a sudden that sucker just blew, man, from inside out.
So regardless if they want the top shelf option or the option that we just cover over the foam roof, the value engineered option.
Yes.
We're going to use DensDeck.
DensDeck to give you a Class A fire rating.
It's going to complicate this a little bit, but an option is we have VersaShield Solo in lieu of DensDeck. So
that's true.
Same system, complete same system. This does the same thing as.
Why don't we do that then? Why don't we use VersaShield?
This is a more economical option. That'll give you more rigidity and.
But for the purpose of installation, is there an advantage
for this?
Well,
to use this over?
If we're going over this,
yeah,
then that would be okay. If we're going over an old foam roof that we've had the core cut and all that stuff, then we're going to want to go with this because we're going to want a solid circle. We want it to look nice. We don't want it to look like this as the whole.
That's with this. If you're doing a complete tear up, you can loose lay this directly over the deck and then put your ISO on top of it so that it is flat and it'll cover the
And then you
ISO.
do the membrane right on top of the ISO.
You don't mechanically attach this, nothing. You just loose lay it down. And this is not necessarily the equivalent, but it's in place of DensDeck. It'll give you one layer of this, gives you a Class A.
Okay, that's.
I mean, for quarter-inch DensDeck, you're probably looking at mid-40s a square.
Right.
I think it's mid to high 40s a square. This is probably low 30s a square.
Oh, really? So it's that close?
It's much cheaper, but with that 4x8 sheets of DensDeck, this comes in a 10 square roll, 6 foot wide.
Yeah, it's easier
labor
to.
savings.
Right.
You could cover a house with a high-foot house with this in less than that. Probably.
Less than that, yeah.
But and it can just be, we can just tack it down, just a couple
and
tacks
especially down. If we're dealing with rooftop, if we've got a unit up there, we've got some ducting.
And it doesn't have to be screwed down like
right,
the DensDeck.
That's a lot easier to deal with than this DensDeck.
Not to complicate anything, either one will work. Right. This is just a little. This will give you cost savings.
Right.
You can base every bit off of DensDeck and then come in and it'll save you a couple.
When did you guys buy VersaShield?
VersaShield's always been a GAF help product.
Is that right?
VersaShield's on a steep slope side though. This is a version of VersaShield Solo, and it's actually approved no slope
I
rates.
thought certainty owned versus Young. Huh, because we used to use it for steel roofs. Under steel tile, you have to get your class A rating. Huh, okay.
And this is, like, we can do barrel roofs, we can do
Right,
anything with the roof.
okay.
So as long as it's
So
got-
we're gonna come up with whether we're gonna use DensDeck or not.